Hey there, toy collector friends and supernatural fans alike. Welcome back to the channel. I'm the time-traveling toy collector, and this is something really special from the Supernatural prop replicas range produced by Fire and Steel. I have mentioned them before. I haven't done a couple of other of their items. This I love. This is a wooden, it is a genuine wooden box, which I'm going to open in a second. It's quite large, so apologies for, it's also a bit dusty by the looks of things, which is unintentional, although I could pretend it's for effect. Maybe I'll go for the it's for effect stick. But it's, yeah, this is the Colt replica used across several seasons of Supernatural, the CW TV series featuring the Winchester family taking on demons, angels, and goodness knows what else. So very exciting piece, because I didn't think there was anything like this other than a real plethora of fan-made things. There's a lot of fan-made material out there, but this is incredible. So I'm not going to move the box around too much, purely because there's not too much box-related stuff to look at. It is, as you can see, a box. This is the stuck-on Supernatural, in essence, logo with a hint of anti-possession charm. But we're going to kick off straight away. And if you are interested in any of the Fire and Steel stuff, it is worth. There's a very satisfying clunk when you undo those. It's worth looking at their website. They don't just do Supernatural, they do a range of other types of weapons and swords and broadswords and shields and daggers. That's not to incite any kind of violence. They are prop replicas, but they're really, really high quality prop replicas. And they do it across a range of genres. There's like Lord of the Rings stuff. There's, you know, go and have a look. There's just so many. If I start listing it, I'm liable to make some sort of catastrophic error, and I don't want to do that. So I shall leave that in your capable hands to go and have a look and see what they've got that you would appreciate. So let's crack open this fabulous box, and you can see what lies within. Again, it's a bit dusty because I've had it on display, and it was only because I had such a positive reaction to the previous Fire and Steel entries that I thought, well, actually, yeah, I will start to get these out and show people. What is brilliant here, I'm not going to do all of them, is you've got the original 13 bullets that were crafted specifically, and you've got the replica of the Colt. So I'm going to just pick these up first to show you. Each of the bullets, I hope you can see that there, has got the number etched into it. And if you go back and watch the TV series Supernatural, then you'll be able to see the relevance of this. But I think it's a really nice touch, because they could have just produced bullets or faux bullets. I mean, they're not genuine real bullets, just to reassure people. But the attention to detail, again, all of the Fire and Steel stuff that I've seen is really, really great. So there's another one you see. They're quite lightweight. Number 10. They've got, as you can see, if you can see that, but they've got little crosses etched into them as well. As I say, the attention to detail is really good. So all these notches exist within the box to hold these in. We go all the way up to number 13. And you can see those, again, the consistent religious iconography on there to take out demons and whatever else, because of course the legacy of the cult rather, is that it is the one gun that can kill practically any supernatural being. Again, apologies, it's a bit dusty, but I wanted to get it down and give it straight to you. And actually, some of it I like, because it gives it that sense of, certainly the interior where the gun is, of it being untouched. So when you do take it out and show it to people, they go, wow. And I go, yeah, it's like, you know, 200 years old. It's amazing. And sometimes people buy it. It's incredible. Anyway, this is, you'll see, it looks like it might be, but it actually, how can I best show you this? Maneuver this along this way, maybe. It looks like it's a hollow barrel, but it isn't. You've only got a little bit of, you can only get your finger in a little way, and it is sealed off there. So it isn't a gun that can fire. But I want to really just show you the detail. Look at that on the barrel. You can see the detailing and the artistry on the barrel. And I'll move it along this side first. And you can see all of that along the top. Yep, so this is in supernatural lore and legend. It's the gun that could kill pretty much any being, bar I think 4 or 5 in existence. And there's some nice bit of Latin on the side for you if you want to into a bit of Latin. You've got that there. Some more detailing there. Nice molded in pin, which is again everything he was molded in. There's no working parts to this. That would probably have been extremely expensive. There you can see the barrel that's molded in, and there's some you can see the chambers there, and there may or may not be the suggestion of bullets in there. So we have the barrel, then we've got the hammer here, but again beautiful detailing. Let me keep it in the light. Beautiful detailing around the hilt of the handle and on the rear of the butt of the gun, right the way down to the trigger. Again, as I say, the trigger is faux, nothing works. It's not a practical weapon. We wouldn't really want that. And there is the pentagram symbol that is carved into the handle. It's weighty. I mean, I can't tell you this is not a weighty piece. And you know, much like the dagger, the demon dagger that Ruby wields, and then later there's a Winchester's wield. This is a very, very hefty piece of kit, and it would be something, if you weren't careful, that could be mistaken for a real item. So I'll just show you the second side. I don't think there's anything underneath to be overly mindful of. So again, we have a duplication of the etchings and the surface detail that runs across there with around the barrel of the gun. You can see some screws in there that are again just detailing, just decorative. The lovely detailing across the barrel. We have our Latin lesson again there, and we go right across to the end. I think there's some on the top, so let's take a look at the top. There's not a huge amount actually. There's a couple of etched in details towards the front near the sight guide and at the back end of the barrel. But yeah, so you can see this. It's a beautifully detailed piece, and it's in this wonderful, I mean, I don't want to be ironic about it, but it's in this wonderful gunmetal colouring with this faux wooden handle. And it's just a wonderful piece, and it makes for a wonderful display piece. So you can have it, you know, standing about to, yeah, there you go. You can have it standing up in the box with all of those bullets on display, and it's an eye-catching. It's very obviously, because I mean, it does scream 1800s pistol. But yeah, so it's a very, very good on-screen replica of the Colt that was developed by Samuel Colt out in the days of the Old West, which was used and designed specifically to be able to go and kill demons, demonic monsters, evil creatures, the supernatural in essence, barring I think about 4 or 5 different entities that I don't think we ever got a full list of. A couple we encountered in the series, Supernatural, but I don't think we encountered all of them. So if you are someone who knows what the other entities were that this gun wouldn't kill, please stick them in the comments down below, because I've missed it, and I'd be fascinated to know what those beings were. I do know one of them is, spoiler warning, I do know that one of them is Lucifer, but I'm not sure about some of the other ones, so you'll have to remind me. But yeah, this is a really lovely display piece. It is, I mean, if I'm honest, all of the fire and steel items that I've picked up could be centerpieces of a Supernatural Winchester's display. They really are phenomenal pieces. So from my point of view, I can only say, if you're a Supernatural fan and you're wondering whether or not these things belong in your collection, let me tell you now, they do. They are incredible, and you will not regret having purchased them. As I say, if you want to go and check out the Fire and Steel website, by all means do. We're not affiliated, so I'm not being asked, paid, coerced or threatened to suggest that. It's just that's the only place I've ever found good quality Supernatural prop replicas, and over the coming weeks I will show you some of the other ones that I've got as well. And one of the nice things with this is, you might remember that in the Ruby's dagger that I showed you, it's got a very sharp edge. It is quite genuinely the weapon it appears to be. This one does not have, other than it's a really good replica, so be very mindful. This isn't something I would be waving around outside. If you've got it and you're doing cosplays or whatever else, be careful. It's a very good replica, which means you know it's not real, other people may not, and that can have consequences, so be mindful of that. Would be my advice. I personally wouldn't use it for cosplay. I personally would use it purely as what it is, which is a display piece amongst other display pieces, and let other people handle it gently and under my supervision. I would not be bandying it about willy-nilly and being surprised when somebody reported me to the law enforcement, or worse, occurred because someone saw me running around with what looks like a genuine weapon. So bearing that in mind, it is a phenomenal piece. So despite that sort of health warning, which I feel compelled to say, because we do live in a dangerous world, and I would hate for something that is actually designed for fun to be in any way involved in or used for or lead to something tragic happening. It is a replica model. It does not fire. I would recommend not taking it anywhere other than in your collection for display purposes, because that is what it is designed for. So that's my disclaimer, for what it's worth. But it's a really lovely piece. It's got weight, it's got heft. You know, I think that what Fire and Steel do brilliantly is they give you this display box, that you've got the individually numbered bullets. It really is exquisite, and I'm you know, as a Supernatural fan, long-standing, I could only implore you to have a look around Fire and Steel's website, just so you can get a sense of what else they do. But I think it's lovely. I really, really do. So does it belong on your shelf? Well, my reasoning is clear. If you're a Supernatural fan, there's no reason why you wouldn't want this. It is beautiful. And hopefully that's led you to explore what else is out there. And if that is the case, do please like the video. It really, really helps from an algorithm point of view. And whilst you're down there, why not hit the subscribe button, because you never know what might be coming next, and that way you'll never miss a video, whether it's Supernatural, whether it's Transformers or Doctor Who or Star Trek or Star Wars, or you know, Battlestar Galactica, or it could be anything, could be absolutely anything. There's so many things that come my way, and there'll be a few more obscure things coming out in the near future as well. So anyway, it's been great having you along for the last 13-14 minutes or so. Thanks for spending your time with me. I know there's a lot of channels you could be spending time with, so it's a privilege to know you've spent 15 minutes of your life with me. Have a look around the channel. There may be some other playlists that you are interested in. Do please leave in those comments below about those other beings that the gun can't harm. And I personally look forward to seeing you in a future video. You've been fantastic. I've been the time-travelling toy collector, and this has been the Colt from Supernatural, as modelled by Fire and Steel. I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Until then, keep saving people and hunting things, but obviously staying safe. And just remember that a thing of beauty, which this really, really is a toy forever. Goodbye for now.